Okay, so for today's lesson, now that we have done GCF, now we're putting it into word problems just like we did with LCM. So your problem for today is Brett has 18 cans of regular soda and 12 cans of diet soda. He wants to create some identical refreshment tables that will operate during the football game. He also doesn't want to have any sodas left over. So our question is, what is the greatest number of refreshment tables that Brett can stock? So we need to figure out how many tables he could have without having anything left over. So our keywords, greatest number, okay? He also doesn't want any sodas left over. Wrong color, we want a yellow, left over. So those are the two words that tell us this is a GCF problem. So we have GCF, we have to break up our two numbers. So we have 18 and we have 12. So if we have to break those up, let's start off with 18. We have 1 and 8. So 18 is a composite number, and the reason I know that is because 1 times 18 isn't the only thing that goes into 18. I can do 6 and 3. I can do 2 and 9. All right, so we're going to do 2. We're going to break it up. Oops. I'm going to break up 18 into 2 and 9, because 2 times 9 gives me 18. Okay, now I gotta look here. Okay, my prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. I see 2, so I'm going to circle 2. Now I have 9. Looking at 9, well, I know 1 times 9 goes into 9, and I also know 3 times 3 goes into 9. So I can break that up now. So okay, so now 9 get broken down to 3 and 3. Breaking it up. So now I have to sit here and be like, okay, what times is 3 prime? Because only 1 times 3 goes into it. So 3 is part of my 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. So 3 is prime, so I circle it. And then I circle it again because it's the same number, so I'm not going to do more work for myself. So it's 3. So now I'm going to look at 12. I got to break up 12 now. So I'll put my 12 down. And I know that 12 is composite because 1 times 12 gives me 12, 2 times 6 gives me 12, 3 times 4 gives me 12. So I'm going to go with breaking it down. And I'm going to do 2 and 6 because that was the first one I said, minus the 1 times 12. So we're going to do 2 times 6. And I know 2 is prime because I figured it out in 18. So I'm going to circle 2. And then 6, let's think about it. 1 times 6, and 2 times 3 gives me 6. So that means there's more than one set of factors. So I gotta break down 6. And I break it down. 2 times 3. Now I'm looking at that, I'm like, 2 times 3. Well, I know 2 and 3 are both prime numbers. So I'm gonna circle them. Circle my 2. Circle my 3. Both trees end on apples. There's no more I can put here. I can't do anything with 12. So now I gotta sit here and list my prime numbers for 18, oops, 18. And I get the numbers that I circled. Remember, they have to be in order from least to greatest. So I have 2 times 3 times 3. Then I have 12. And it's in here. I'm like, okay, least to greatest. I got 2 times, oops, times 2 times 3. So then I go and do step 3 with circling my matching socks. So I have 2's that match. I don't have anything for the other 2. And I have 3's that match. But looking at what I have, I can't match 2 and 3, so I'm good. Drag my bar up to block my bottom row. And I just look at my top numbers. So I have 2 times 3, which 2 times 3 equals 6. And that is our lesson for today. GCF and word problems.